Hello, everybody. How are you guys? Happy New Year. Hope you guys are good. I hope you guys had an awesome New Year. And here's to hoping that 2023 is better than 2020 was. So I want to thank you guys all so much for being here. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we got a lot we're going to talk about. I got a lot of stuff that I want to pull up. And here's to hoping that this year we see more human decency, caring, kindness, more love, less hate. And here's to hoping that, people get the justice that they deserve this year. Give me 1 second. Okay. Aussie says hi from Australia. Hello. All right, so let's get right into it. Dairy farmer calls on USDA to protect American grown production as the nation faces shortages and rising costs.
$10.6% increase over last year. And because of things like drought, supply chain shortages, overall inflation next year, you could see these prices pop even more. It's getting expensive to go grocery shopping. Good time to bring in Stephanie Nash. She's a dairy farmer in Tennessee. She joins us now. Stephanie, good morning to you. Do you see food prices going down anytime soon?
No, we're not going to see any change in the U.S. market for food prices for Americans. We imported 57% more from Brazil for beef, 12% more in Mexico. I'm telling the government and our politicians and our leaders, what are you doing? What are you doing with American grown? How are you supporting our family farmers and ranchers? And how are you supporting Americans at the grocery store? They're paying anywhere from 10 to 18% more for products. And we need to fix that. We need to fix the way American runs and how we support our family farmers and ranchers.
For people who don't understand how farming works, they're probably thinking, well, farmers are getting such high prices for their goods, they must be making out like bandits.
Yeah.
November food prices showed a 10.6% increase over last year. And because of things
Americans, we imported 57% more from Brazil for beef, 12% more in Mexico. I'm telling the government and our politicians and our leaders, what are you doing? What are you doing with American grown? How are you supporting our family farmers and ranchers? And how are you supporting Americans at the grocery store? They're paying anywhere from 10 to 18% more for products. And we need to fix that. We need to fix the way American runs and how we support our family farmers and ranchers.
For people who don't understand how farming works, they're probably thinking, well, farmers are getting such high prices for their goods, they must be making out like bandits.
Yeah, that's I guess we're not getting communication to the public, right? You have JBS, Cargill,
Right.
Tyson. They're making marginal record profits this year off family farmers and ranchers, while we see Texas beef selling record numbers because they have no water. And you're seeing California dairy farms sell off because they can't afford feed. And it's just crazy. I think the USDA needs to do a better job of implementing programs to feed Americans, to support American grown, and just be stronger. You know, you look at the markets, you look at imports and exports. We continue to support other countries, and we're not even supporting the American people.
You talk about shortages, a real possibility next year. How bad could it be?
You look at Ukraine, you look at Russia, you look at what's going on in the Netherlands. I think there's going to be a lot of food shortages next year. You know, Americans go to the grocery store with confidence. They can get the food that they need. And I think we take for granted what farmers and ranchers do around this country. We take for granted the products that we produce, the wholesome products that we produce here in America. And we need to rely on that. We need to protect our rural communities and look for a future that is stronger in our food security.
Well, Stephanie, you're certainly putting out the message, and your message is very strong, and we understand. We wish you the best of luck. A difficult time, even when things are great. It's difficult to be a farmer, but it's
And she is absolutely 100% correct. I mean, it's crazy. It's like $8 for some butter, right? I mean, the food prices are just ridiculous, and they are killing the small local farms and ranchers. It's all corporation. You know, they want to take that. They don't want those small businesses. Oh, Monica, talking about, yeah, I agree. I say the same thing. Anybody who has the opportunity and has the you know, means to get chickens, they absolutely should have chickens. You know, it's a food source that you know you can rely on because it's there. You know what went into those chickens, you know what I mean? Yes, I agree. Okay. It's crazy. My gosh, my throwing a fit. Okay. Let's keep going.
Tonight on the 10 o'clock news, this Jacksonville mother is locked up tonight, charged in a deadly case of child neglect. 23-year-old Tanya McGowan was arrested after her 5-month-old baby, died early this month.
And investigators say hospital staff alerted police because the child was severely underweight. News4JAX reporter Renee Beninati joins us live at the Duval County Jail, where McGowan is locked up tonight. Renee?
Stacey, let me tell you, the details in her arrest report are truly heartbreaking. The medical examiner said that her 5-month-old son only weighed about 7 pounds. This arrest report spells out why Tania McGowan is facing charges in connection to the death of her own baby. On December 11th, first responders were called out to her apartment complex on the north side about an unresponsive infant. The baby was taken to the hospital, but did not survive. Staff at UF Health said the 5-month-old only weighed about 7 pounds and called police to investigate. McGowan told police she put the boy to bed the night before, and when she went to check on him the next afternoon, she thought he was sleeping. She said she went to bring the baby a bottle later that evening and found him pale and cold to the touch. Investigators also talked to management at the apartment complex, who reported they heard slapping and saw McGowan and the victim in the common area of the clubhouse. The report states surveillance footage from there shows the mother slamming the victim into the couch, hitting him, and forcefully twisting his face. Police also met with a medical examiner who found no food in his stomach. According to the report, when McGowan was initially questioned by police, she said the 5-month-old had lived with his father during the first 3 months of his life. McGowan stated she noticed the victim was slimming down, but thought it was because he was getting taller. Police noted that the infant never saw a doctor when he was alive, other than the time he was born. Tonight, McGowan is being held here at the Duval County Jail on a $1.5 million bond. Coming up tonight at 11, hear from a forensic psychologist and what he says can lead up to horrific cases of child neglect like this one. Reporting live in Duval.
I mean, so insane. Thank God she has been arrested, but he was 5 months old and weighed 7 pounds. That is so crazy to me. That is so insane. So here's to her never getting out of jail, because that's exactly where she belongs. All right. I know, Aussie. I listen, I think about Australia all the time. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. It's so it's so crazy there. I mean, a lot of shit happens here, but I feel like they just have the control over there is insane. All right. Check this out.
So guys, the technologies are everywhere. So let's get some water with this machine. For example, we get some, what would you like to drink? Let's get some water simply. You press this one. No phone, no cash required. Simply press, scan your face and get your bottle of water.
请面向屏幕。
It's coming! Thank you! That's so convenient. The first time I see such a machine without any devices to pay. Wow!
Yep, the system in full effect. Literally. No, cashless system. Scan your face. Like, that's, and the sad part is that a lot of people would line up for that. They'd be like, oh, that's awesome. I don't have to carry my wallet. I don't have to carry shit with me. And it's convenient. See, people and their convenience, right? And it's crazy to me. I would never want to be a part of that. That is something totally crazy. All right. Here, speaking of Australia, let's go over here. And you can tell me, like, is this legit happening over there? Because that's insane. So Australia completes its march into full dictatorship as police urge people to turn in family and friends who believe in conspiracy theories. Let me mute my side real quick. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm sorry, y'all.
And we welcome that information. As I said before, if it's anybody out there that knows of someone that might be showing concerning behaviour around, conspiracy theories, anti-government, anti-police, conspiracy theories around COVID-19 vaccination, as what we're seeing with the Train family, we'd want to know about. We want to know about that. And you can either contact police directly or go through Crime Stoppers.
I mean, that's pretty bad. You know, that is pretty bad. Hey, you got friends and family that, you know, think differently than we do, that, you know, may not agree with the things that we say. Let us know. Tell us who they are. I mean, that's ludicrous. But it happens. And you know, that's the crazy part. Is people actually feel like they have total control over other human beings. Hello, everybody that's just coming in. All right. New Zealand following suit. It's crazy. And you know, shit always happens over there first and then comes here. So, okay, let me
Our Secret Service is launching an initiative to help us identify people who may have been radicalized.
Know the Signs details dozens of indicators that a friend or family member could be planning a terror attack. As Adam Hollingworth reports, the move comes as our spy chiefs identify a new and worrying type of terrorism.
Time was when the intelligence services were never seen, never heard. But now they're loudly proclaiming your country needs you to keep an eye on those you know, and if necessary, dob them in.
Recognising a potential warning sign and then alerting NZSAS or police could be the vital piece in the puzzle that ultimately saves lives.
To that end, they're publishing a guide called Know the Signs to help us all identify potential terrorists in our midst.
To pay attention and to be alert so that if they see or hear about something that seems off, that worries them and concerns them, they might have a look at this information to say, does this indicate to me that this person is on the road to actually committing an attack?
The SIS has listed around 50 signs, from obvious ones, like writing on a weapon, as happened in Christchurch, to
a person who is really developing an us versus them worldview.
Authorities say they're usually closely monitoring 40 to 50 potential terrorists. These people used to be motivated by their white identity or by their faith. But in the past 6 months, a third group has emerged, those motivated by politics.
And so it could be the COVID measures that the government took, or it could be other policies that are interpreted as infringing on rights. And it's what I sometimes describe as a kind of hot mess of ideologies and beliefs, fueled by conspiracy theories.
The launch of the initiative Know the Signs is an indicator that the security services know that they can't do it alone. They need the help of the public. But to some, the guide is a first step only.
How do we upskill those people in our community who are much closer to people who might be potentially radicalised and get them to understand what it is they're seeing? That's our challenge.
Adam Hollingworth.
Okay. Now, let me just point out that when they talk about radicalized, what they mean is people who disagree with them, people who don't stand for what they stand for, people who don't agree with the things that are happening. Those are the people that they are talking about. The people that stand up and say, no, this is not right, versus the people who blindly just join the crowd and do what they're told without asking any questions. Okay, so those are the people that they're saying, hey, if you know somebody like that is a free thinker, that thinks for themselves, if you know, you better tell us, give us this information, because potentially they're a danger to us, right? That's what they're saying. I mean, it is, and telling, and yes, exactly, and telling the people to be police and police other people, like giving them that authority. People already think they have too much control over other people. People already think that they can do whatever they want to another human being and not, you know, and it's fine. people already think that. So saying that to other people is just going to fuel the fire in a very bad way. Exactly. True crime. That's true. And by the way, not for nothing, most of the time they're proven correct. Yep. But anybody who is a free thinker and thinks for themselves and uses their critical thinking skills, they're frowned upon. You are you are considered dangerous because you don't believe what is they're pushing. You know what I'm saying? Which is unfortunately the world we live in, and that needs to change. We need more free thinkers. You know, we need more people that can step outside of the box and say, listen, there's another way to get things done, and you don't have to, you know, suck in the dark side to get there. Okay. Let's move on. Jeez.
Y miren lo último que pude ver. Y es del 82 y fue. Y miren lo último que pude ver. Y es del 82 y fue.
New York City. A lady was roasting rats on a chicken rotisserie. I'm just saying, I had to throw a little bit of humor in there. I mean, that's pretty disgusting. Sorry. That was a lady roasting rats on a chicken rotisserie on the street in New York City. So, I mean, that's the kind of shit you see that you see there. Those were big ass New York City rats for real. They have rats the size of freaking house cats. No joke. So, no, man, those were rats. Hey, Mrs. Kelly. Happy New Year. All right. I thought they were piglets. No, they look like it though, right? They're big enough to be baby piglets. That's terrible. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Crap. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Damn, lost the art. Okay. White House announces new mental health funding for children. The White House today announced it is investing more than $300 million in mental health funding for children. Much of the money is coming from the bipartisan anti-gun violence law passed this June by Congress and will go toward grants, programs, and resources to create safer learning environments for children in schools. The Department of Education and the Department of Health and Human Services are using the funds to employ health professionals in schools, with the DOE granting $144 million a year for 5 years for mental health staffing in schools and $143 million a year for 5 years for boosting the mental health profession pipeline in schools that are most in need. Okay, well, let's say this. You want to talk about creating a safer environment for children? First, let's start with vetting the people who you allow to in schools to teach these children. How about we start there? You want to make them feel safer at school? How about you do something about all the freaking bullying that happens? Kids are getting beat up in school every single day, jumped by other groups of children, and nobody does a damn thing about it. You want children to feel safer in schools? You are investing more than $300 million in mental health, in funding for mental health for children. When, if it wasn't for what you guys have done to this world, these kids would not need all that mental health, right? Like, of course, kids are having issues. There is so much anxiety in children today. They don't feel safe anywhere. They don't know what to believe because the school, system and the education system is telling your children what they're supposed to believe, what this is how that it is. And, maybe they listen, they know it doesn't make sense. There's lots of things that it could be, but had you not done what you did to the world, locked everybody down, forced families apart, created this big, huge divide, kids were forced to stay home in really bad conditions, abusive, you know what I'm saying? Neglectful, things like that when schools shut down. I could go on and on and on. But it seems that this is a situation where they caused the problem and now they're like, oh, let's come up with a solution because it's such a disaster. Like, kids are so in need for mental health right now because of what was done to the world, because of what they lived through, because their schools are confusing these children on whether or not they're boys or girls. Schools are putting this into children's heads, and yeah, it's going to mess a child up. I don't care what anybody says, especially starting in kindergarten. So $300 million to fix the problem that you made. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's ludicrous. But again, it's the world that we live in. All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay. A middle school teacher locks a screaming child in closet and forbids his classmates to help him. A Minnesotan teacher in the Jackson County Central School District has been the talk of the town, using 2 chairs to lock a middle schooler in the closet and forbidding his classmates to help him as they watch him asking for help. The 54-second video shows a student locked in the school closet and begging to be let out as the other students laugh. One tender-hearted girl approaches the closet in an attempt to help him out, but not until the teacher says, no, 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 no. The teacher's threat was more than enough to scare the young girl, who walks away as she says, I'm not even doing anything. Other students keep watching and laughing out loud as the locked student knocks on the closet door and asks, can I have help? The short video was first posted on Facebook, then it went viral and reached other social media platforms, upsetting many social media users who were disgusted by the teacher's behavior. A Reddit user even encouraged the student to sue the teacher. They posted, "You should have gone to your lawyers. There's no way this is legal." Another user shared a similar horrifying experience to this one. They commented, "I was locked in a closet in 2nd grade." I mean, how insane is that? Like, that teacher thought that she had the authority and the right and the power to lock a child in a closet while the rest of the class freaking watched and laughed. I mean, what is happening here, right? Why did that teacher even have it in her brain that that was okay to do? That's the problem with the freaking world that we live in, you guys. I mean, it's crazy. These are things that need change. These are the things that need to be changed. Like, I like, if that was my child and the teacher locked my kid in a closet and they came home and they told me this, I would flip out. Like, how dare that lady? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy that she thought that it was in her power to do that. So the schools want our children to be safer, to have less anxiety and less mental health issues. Again, look at the people that you hire to be with our children 8 hours out of the day. Okay. Okay. Now, let's have a look at this married man who walks up to hit on this woman at the gym, and just listen to what, I mean, I'm glad that she had the responses that she did, but let's check it out.
So, crazy, silly question, but I'm just curious. I know you don't like coffee, and I know you don't. And I know you eat cereal in the evening.
Yeah.
And I know you have a son,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And I know you're early 30s.
Can I just say that right now, at that very minute, she should have been thinking in her head, like, this sounds like a total stalker. Like, this guy was obviously stalking her. He knows what she eats. He knows her routine. Like, watch out, lady. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I've learned so far. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I think you're really cool. I know you have a son. I tell you, you know, straight up, like kind of sort of married, like I'm still like I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's something about you that's really cool. Like casual, but I don't know if you would have pizza with me sometime or something.
I'm
But
pretty sure your wife is not a person.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Not your front, but yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. Right. No. That's why I said.
Yeah.
But I want it to be. But I won't say unfortunately, because being married is good. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you meet somebody that just never connects.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, but yeah, like it's my connection would be your connection. I'm married.
Hopefully, does faith in men and humanity, right? right? Like it makes us scared women to like ever want to get married because we don't know if
Oh,
our
for
husbands
sure.
are out of the gym doing that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
I mean, I don't blame you. I'm mad at you. At least you're honest, but like.
No, for sure. No. I mean, I wouldn't like have not told you. You know, up to this point, I just kind of said hi and that's it. You know, and, yeah. And I was, I was like thinking, really, when you think about it, it's unfair even to like you also. So, what the hell? What's the point? You know. I mean, probably the best scenario is. And I'm not saying this would ever happen, but like seriously, if you knew my wife and you know what I mean, like we were all friends, that's different.
Yeah.
But and you actually would like her. She's very nice. Yeah. You'll probably meet her sometime, actually. You know? She hasn't been, but she does come sometimes. So when we're here and I see you all, introduce you. Her name is Churchill.
Behave yourself.
I don't know. I will.
We'll have to just definitely keep it like it has been, especially.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll keep doing what
Okay.
you're doing.
All right.
Feeling better today? Like, feel good? Feel soft?
Yeah, feel good.
Yeah.
Get my numbers. Yeah. Okay. All right. See you later.
Yeah, so not for nothing, but wow, what a creep. The guy sounds like a freak. He sounds like a stalker. He obviously does not care about his wife at all. I mean, holy moly. But if I was that guy's wife, and I'm glad this chick posted this video, but if I was that guy's wife, I'd be like, oh, okay, something is all right. See ya. You know what I mean? See you later. Okay. Did y'all hear about this lady? This mom was waiting on the subway like with her child, and this person sitting behind her got up, and this girl, I think her daughter was like 3 years old. This lady gets up and pushes the little girl right off the freaking thing, and she just got arrested. But yeah, it's insane. Like what is wrong with this woman? Yeah, I would have freaking killed that lady, right? I mean, for real. Like, I could not even believe it. And there's an article I'm going to pull right up that, because the video doesn't, like, you don't know any, you're like, just what was this lady's freaking problem? Me too, Mayor R. Me too. I would have been all over that lady. Okay, let me pull up the article. Okay, right here. All right. Video shows woman shove toddler face first onto Oregon subway tracks. A woman was arrested for allegedly pushing a 3-year-old girl face first onto train tracks in Oregon on Wednesday in a horrific caught-on-camera attack. The toddler had been unwittingly standing next to her mother on Portland's Gateway Transit Center MAX platform when the ruthless attack took place. A stranger, believed to be 32-year-old Brianna Lace Workman, sitting behind the mother and daughter duo, suddenly stands up and shoves the 3-year-old forward, according to the footage and the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office. The girl, who was standing just beyond the white caution line, hit the floor first and slid over the edge head first. The child landed face first onto the metal rail and rocks before being quickly rescued from the train tracks. Though the girl's head can be seen making contact with the rail, she immediately sat up and reached for the Good Samaritans, who jumped up to rescue her. The toddler later reported a severe headache and had a small red mark on her forehead, but that was it. Like, thank God she was okay. The video shows the woman who shoved her sitting back on the bench as bystanders pull the girl to safety. Workman was arraigned Thursday on charges of first-degree attempted assault, third-degree attempted assault, interfering with public transportation, second-degree disorderly conduct, and recklessly endangering another person. The toddler did nothing to provoke the attack, the district attorney said. Like, what a piece of crap that freaking lady is. Can you even believe that? I mean, I can't even believe that. Okay. Now, it's things like that that need to change in this upcoming year. It's people like that. People like that woman that need to be locked up and put away somewhere, away from society. It's not people who think freely or think differently. It's freaking nut jobs and psychopaths. That's who needs to be locked up and not let out free as a bird. All right, let's check this out.
Go ahead, buckaroo, because they won't do a damn thing. When I tell them I'm a trans woman, they'll say okay and they'll leave me alone. You want to know why? Because it's legal in my state as a trans woman to use the bathroom I identify with. Now come at me with another comment, honey bunch of votes.
So that happens. Okay, did you guys hear about this? One person found dead in Truckee house fire. One person was found dead in a house fire on December 1st, 2022, in the Plavada Woodlands subdivision. There were not other known occupants in the building at the time. Due to the condition of the dissident, the Nevada County Sheriff's Office Coroner's Division is working to confirm the identity. Once identification can be confirmed and next of kin notified is made, the name will be released. The fire remains under investigation by the Truckee Fire Protection District, CAL FIRE, and the California State Fire Marshal's Office. The Truckee Fire Protection District was dispatched at 6:24 p.m. to a report of a residential structure fire. Firefighters arrived to find a single-family residence with heavy fire throughout the structure, which had already partially collapsed. The house sustained major fire damage and is a total loss. Firefighters later located the deceased inside the structure. Agencies of assist at the incident were CAL FIRE, Olympic Valley Fire Department, CHP, and Nevada County Sheriff's Office. Additionally, mutual aid from the neighboring agencies ensured emergency service coverage for the Truckee Fire District. At the scene, residents of the neighborhood assisted firefighters and cleared snow from a nearby fire hydrant using a small snow removal machine. The Truckee Fire Protection District reminds everyone to have a working smoke alarm in their home, have an escape plan, practice it, and prepare in the event of any fire. Now, I'm just saying that was on December 1st. It happened on December 1st. This article came out December 2nd. And to this day, nobody knows who that person was that died in that random house fire. I'm just saying. All right, New York State lawmakers to be the highest paid in the nation at $142,000 a year. Because they just gave themselves, surprise, surprise, they just all voted to give themselves a $32,000 raise, making them the highest paid in the nation. They claimed that they needed this $32,000 raise because the cost of living has gone up and inflation. Forget about the people, right, that you guys are supposed to be working for when you just sit on your asses and don't actually get anything done. But you want $32,000 more to do nothing, right? But screw the people that you're supposed to be working for, that you're supposed to be, the voice for, that have to work 3 jobs because 2 just isn't enough. Because the cost of living is so high. Okay? The state legislature voted Thursday to increase the pay of lawmakers who take office January 1st from $110,000 to $142,000 a year, making it by far the highest paid state legislative body in the country. The next highest is California, where lawmakers get $122,000 a year. The $32,000 a year increase for the 213-member Senate and Assembly was derided by Republicans, but passed both House of the Democratic-controlled legislature with ease. Well, of course it did. Everyone wants more money. More money for doing nothing, like extra. Again, it's not about the people. Yeah, exactly, Ashley. They're the reason that the cost of living is up. They're doing this to us, but they go and give themselves an extra $32,000 a year because their lives are affected. I don't think so. Okay. All right, nurses make a video for TikTok making fun of their pregnant patients, and all 4 of them get fired. Let me know what you guys think about this.
My ick is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a
Okay, can you guys hear me? I don't know what just happened. Everything went down, but it's all back up again. Okay. So that was weird. All right, let's get back to this video.
My ick is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
What? My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs, and it's still in your hands.
Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain with just a Cervidil, and you're still closed, fingertip.
When we've already told you to push a call light, but every 5 minutes, your
Excuse
family
me,
member coming
excuse
at the
me,
front
excuse me,
desk
can I have some water?
asking for something else.
Excuse me, can I have a blanket?
Another ick, when you're going room to room between one baby mama and your other baby mama.
Oh no.
Ick.
It's the unlimited trips to the nurse's station for me.
Yeah. So it's nurses like that. Oh, Joy Henderson, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. They all got fired, and I'm so glad that they did, because how rude is that for that? I mean, how rude is that? Like, it is your job. That woman is in there giving birth and having a baby, and you're out here bitching because they want a blanket or some water. Oh, man. She's lucky that she was not one of my nurses. You know what I'm saying? None of them. Like, how dare they even talk about these women like that? Wow. That's insane to me. I'm glad they all got fired. That was, hold on, I will tell you. So what it says underneath is a quartet of Atlanta nurses have been fired for recording a viral TikTok video of them grousing about the irritating habits of the patients they're tasked with helping and their families. We already told you to push the call light, one nurse says in the clip, but every 5 minutes you have a family member coming to the front desk asking for something else. A colleague then, and then, you know, so it just, yeah, it's in Atlanta. All right, let me close out some of these that we already went through. So here's to hoping that there's better nurses than that in 2023. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next thing. Okay. A man is caught on a Ring camera berating his wife after she falls and drops food delivery. During an awful case of relationship woes spilling out into the streets, a TikTok video. Okay, right here. The video titled "Food Delivered with a Side of Relationship Drama" starts with the couple, who seem to be food delivery drivers, pulling up to a residence on a sunny day to make a delivery. The wife gets out of the car and heads up 2 flights of stairs to the customer's apartment. As she ascends the stairs, she trips and falls, her body and the customer's meal slamming to the ground. Clearly shaken up by the fall, the woman winces and sits for a moment to collect herself. Her husband takes notice and at first appears to exit the car with the intention to check on his wife. But before he even makes it up the stairs, he starts yelling. He tells his wife, still on the ground, "You don't look like you can even deliver food." she shoots back, telling him, "I'm really stressed. I don't want you," as she returns to a standing position in front of the customer's front door and in view of their Ring camera. This set him off, and he responds, "I'm watching my wife fall down. I want you out of my life if you don't want to do what you're told. You're acting like an imbecile." He went on to critique the way she works, saying she is showing up to every delivery like a rude person, oblivious to the fact that he was the one being rude at the time. She remains silent while her husband continues to berate her. His wife chose not to respond and stood at the door, food in hand, ready to drop it off. But that didn't keep him from continuing his rant. The man tells her, "You're falling everywhere you go. You look sloppy. You don't care about what makes me happy, and that's how our relationship works. Stop making me deliver if you don't want to be with me." She simply mutters, "Okay," as he continues to berate her in front of the customer's door. She finally says, "I see," and he turns to walk back down the stairs, but decides he has more to get off his chest. The man explains, "And it's because you're in this and shouldn't be," before finally descending the stairs and heading back to his car. The customer eventually came to pick up the food at the door. The woman kept her composure and offered a warm hello to the customer once they opened the door. She confirmed she had the right person and handed over the food order. One person said, "Do what you're told. There is so much wrong with this dude." Another noticed the lack of trust in the relationship, stating, "Anyone notice that she's with her husband and takes her purse with her when she gets out of the car just to deliver food?" I mean, how rude of a guy was he? You know what I'm saying? Like, how embarrassing for that girl and how awful. I mean, and not for nothing, but he said that everywhere she goes, she's falling. Like, that could be a neurological disorder. There could be something wrong that's making her clumsy, and for him to be such a douchebag about it, like, wow. Like, what a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. People need to treat people better. I don't know this guy or why he thinks he's up on this high horse, but that girl the best thing that she could do is be like, "See ya." Like, he obviously thinks little of her. We need less of that this year. That needs to change.
Well, we don't have to speculate because she testified in court about this back in the 2019 trial. She started transitioning my son when he was 2 years old. And she started because, first of all, he asked for a girl's toy at McDonald's. And then a few days later, he saw a silver purse at Target with a unicorn on it and said he wanted that purse. And on that basis, she began to think that he might be a girl.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, the father is fighting to stop his wife or his ex-wife from transitioning their child. She wanted to start at the age of 2 because he wanted a girl's toy from McDonald's and a purse. So she said, "Oh, let's start at he must not be a boy. We need to start letting him be a girl." Like, that is the problem. That is insane to me. You know what I mean? That's the problem. It's not these kids making these decisions. It's these parents making these decisions for their child. All right. I want to thank you guys all for being here. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me if you have not done so already. It's a free way to help out the channel. And anybody who wants to donate, links are all down in the description below. Friday the 6th, we will be having our members only live, our first one of the month. I was not able to get the members only live in at the end of December like I wanted to. So we will be doing 2 of them this month. The first one will be Friday at 7 p.m. Okay, so make sure you guys are there. Make sure if you want to be there and you want to participate, you go ahead and become a member of the family. All right, let's go to this next thing. Okay, now this video, okay, kid bullies and beats down a blind kid and gets proper street justice from a friend. Now, this is not a long video. It's like, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. It's real short. But basically this kid is punking and bullying this blind kid. He's hitting him, and the kid obviously is trying to stand there, but he's blind, so he can't really defend himself. And then this other kid comes out of nowhere and just, obviously punches the bully in the face. And, says to the other kids, what the hell are you guys all doing? He's picking on this blind kid. Now, I think this is good because this kid who did step in and help him did something that believe it or not a lot of people do today. Not a lot of people get involved. Not a lot of people care enough to get involved. They just keep on going. He saw a kid being bullied, and he stepped in and he did something about it. Sometimes the only way to stop a bully is to punch him in the face, right?
Fuck out of here! Hey, go! Fuck you, bro! You okay, Austin? Fucking good, Cody. All right, come here. Are you okay, dude? Like, you're not bitch. Trying to fucking jump a blind kid, bro? Kid, whoa, what's your problem? Get the fuck away from him. He's punching a fucking blind kid, bro. What the fuck is your problem? Ask your fucking question.
I mean, not for nothing. Maybe that kid will think twice next time he goes to punk on somebody. Next time he goes to bully somebody, maybe he'll remember that moment and be like, yeah, maybe this is not a good move. You know what I'm saying? So good for him. Yes, good for him for standing up and saying something. Who beats up a blind kid? Okay, sugar. Seriously. Who attacks a blind kid and thinks that's funny? Now, somebody maybe should sit down and have a conversation with his mother and figure out what happened there. That you raised a kid that thinks it's okay to go up and punch a blind kid. All right. Let me make sure okay, good. All right. Arizona man allegedly kidnapped a boy he lured from Discord. Police say they rescued the victim thanks to an alert gas station attendant. A 26-year-old Arizona man was arrested in Nebraska for allegedly abducting a 13-year-old boy he met through an online video game platform. Tadashi Kojima, also known as Aaron M. Zeman, was taken into custody on Wednesday and charged with 1 count each of second-degree felony kidnapping and misdemeanor resisting arrest after authorities allegedly located him traveling with the missing child, who had been in the subject of an Amber Alert, according to law enforcement documents reviewed by Law and Crime. According to an arrest report from the City of Grand Island Police Department obtained by Law and Crime, officers at approximately 1:56 a.m. on December 28th responded to a 911 call regarding a suspicious vehicle at a Get and Split gas station located in the 3300 block of whatever. Upon arriving at the address, first responders said they made contact with the defendant and a juvenile male, both of whom were sitting inside a white 1998 Toyota Avalon. Authorities quickly learned that the juvenile male had been reported as being abducted from Utah. When officers advised he was going to be placed under arrest, tensed up and started resisting officers from placing cuffs on him. So, thank God he was arrested, but he was a 26-year-old man who lured a 13-year-old boy from Discord. I hope that in this upcoming year, we have a lot less of that bullshit and a lot more of those kind of people being arrested, getting caught, being arrested, and paying for what they've done. Honeybee, I know. My gosh, I missed it. I missed all you guys. I missed doing lives. I was like, damn, it's been a minute. Sugar, I know. Sugar was like, man, CNY, I was wondering what was going on. She's like, I ain't heard from you. I thought you left us. I was like, no way. All right, hold on. Let me No, Princess Megan, I don't know what you're referring to. But so it's not violence. Fighting is not always the answer, but there's some people that the only way they're going to learn is to get punched in the face. Like sometimes that's what it takes to really wake somebody up. Exactly, Casey. I did, Honeybee. I enjoyed the holidays. I hope you guys all did too. All right. Now listen to this article. Kids praised for warning note to neighborhood mom about a strange man. Okay. The internet was left in stitches when a group of local kids showed just how much they look out for their neighbors this week. In a post on Reddit on December 22nd, Alyssa shared the note that her mom received after her ex-husband came to visit. With over 70,000 upvotes, the handwritten note was put together by a group of local kids who were concerned after they noticed Karen Holt's ex heading into her home. The note read, Miss Karen, we saw a strange man walk in your house, and we would like to know if you are okay. If you are okay, then text my mom. Love, the gang. There's the note. I mean, how awesome is that? That these kids see, this is what I'm saying. This is why people have to be upfront, open, and honest with children. And I agree that is exactly, this is why. These kids saw a strange man that they'd never seen, that was not used to being there, walk into a home. And they were like, okay, is something wrong? We have to make sure if this lady is okay, if she needs help. Like, I think that is awesome. Okay. All right. Off-duty Cicero officer who hit and killed a pedestrian committed no crime, New York Attorney General says. An off-duty Cicero police officer involved in a crash that left one pedestrian dead a year ago will face no charges, according to the New York Attorney General's office. Attorney General Letitia James' office Thursday said it will not seek charges against the patrol officer because there is no evidence that he committed a crime. The officer was driving on Northern Boulevard in Cicero on December 17th, 2021, when his vehicle hit Chetuma M. Crawford, 20, of Kirkville. Crawford was pronounced dead at the scene, authorities said. Investigators say the officer was traveling at a reasonable speed and was not impaired. The investigation found that the lack of street lighting and the dark clothing Crawford was wearing contributed to the officer's inability to see him. Also took an alcohol test following the crash, which came back negative. The AG's office released a 12-page report Thursday about the crash and investigation. It is based on a review of physical evidence, eyewitness accounts, a crash reconstruction analysis, and body-worn camera footage. Here's what the report and state troopers had said. Around 7 p.m. on December 17th, Aragano and his fiancée were driving to Syracuse for dinner reservations. Aragano was driving south on Northern Boulevard in his fiancée's SUV, a 2018 black Toyota Highlander, when he and his fiancée saw a car stopped on the right shoulder of the road. The lights of that vehicle, 2015 black Kia sedan, were still on despite being parked. He and his fiancée noticed a person was standing outside the car on the driver's side. After they passed the car, the SUV struck something out of nowhere. The off-duty officer said he heard a bang and realized that he might have hit a person. He also said he was unable to react or do anything to avoid the collision because he did not see anything in the road before the crash. Slightly earlier in the evening, Crawford was driving on Topman Road near Northern Boulevard with his girlfriend after leaving a party where they had argued, the girlfriend told investigators. Crawford stopped the car, got out, and began walking along the shoulder of Northern Boulevard. Crawford's girlfriend climbed into the driver's seat and followed him to try and get him back in the car. The couple began to argue again, and Crawford threw his phone into the road in frustration. When Crawford went to retrieve his phone, he stepped into the left driving lane where the SUV struck him. Crawford's girlfriend said she didn't see the collision but heard a loud noise followed by the sound of car parts hitting the road. She ran to the left lane of the road to find him laying on his stomach. So, my question is, what do you think that he should have had any charges for that? Like, my question is, if it was anybody else, if it was a regular person and not a cop, would there have been charges filed? What do you guys think? Because I don't know. Hold on. Let me. Okay. All right, now let's go to this. Madison County man arrested, charged with more than 100 counts of rape in the Southern Tier. The New York State Police have arrested Lauren S. Brooks, 51, of West Edmondson, Madison County, following an investigation about allegations he had inappropriate contact with a minor while he lived in Steuben County. Brooks has been arraigned on the following incidents of contact, which occurred while Brooks resided in the town of Corning from 2012 to 2016. 1 count of course of sexual conduct against a child, 1 count endangering the welfare of a child, 225 counts of criminal sex act in the second degree, 73 counts of criminal sex act in the 3rd degree, 90 counts of rape in the 2nd degree, 28 counts of rape in the 3rd degree. Book was remanded to the Steuben County Jail in lieu of $10,000 cash bail. 10 grand. That's it. After all of that, that's the world we live in. That is something about the world that needs to be changed. 225 counts of a criminal sex act, 90 counts of rape in the 2nd, 28 counts of rape in the 3rd, 73 account of, holy shit, and only $10,000 bond. $10,000 bail. Which I'm sure, since New York jumped on the freaking cashless bail bandwagon, he'll be out very shortly. The investigation is continuing at this time. Police are asking anyone who may have been a victim of Brooks and has not come forward to please contact the state police at 607-962-3282. Freaking ridiculous. He will get out. He will do it again and again and again. And as long as they keep letting these criminals back out onto the street, holy cow. It's insane, y'all. It is. Hold on, let me close out of some of this stuff. I forgot to. Okay, there. I had a lot open. All right. Okay, Mary Thomas, thank you. I hope you have a good night. Okay, a girl, 5 years old, saves younger brother's life after car crash kills their parents. A 5-year-old girl saved her baby brother's life after a car crash killed their parents, leaving 3 young children trapped in the wreckage for more than 2 days in a remote part of rural Western Australia. In a statement, Western Australia police said the family's Land Rover Discovery was found Tuesday morning in Condonin, about 280 kilometers east of the state capital. Parents Cindy Braddock, 25, and Jake Day, 28, were declared dead at the scene. Their 3 children survived the accident, but were left trapped in the vehicle with their dead parents in searing temperatures until being discovered by a concerned family member. The family of 5, including the girl and her 2 brothers, aged 2 and 1, had been reported missing a day earlier when they didn't make it to a Christmas Day celebration. Relative Michael Reed told 9 News that the 5-year-old girl saved her youngest brother's life by freeing him from his child seat. Items from the 3 siblings who survived the car crash. 9 News Australia, basically they were stuck in the car for the 55 hours in 30 degrees Celsius, which is about 86 Fahrenheit heat. Nobody knows what they went through. The children were taken to a hospital with severe dehydration. They survived with non-life-threatening injuries and are expected to be discharged from hospital in the coming days. How sad is it for those babies, those kids, that they got into an accident, their parents both dead, and they were trapped inside that vehicle for 55 hours with their dead parents, and they survived, and the little girl saved her brother, but my God. My God, that's crazy. It is so sad. What? Okay. All right, so now I can just talk to you guys for a minute. So I hope you guys' holiday was good. Did anybody do anything super exciting? It was really nice. I took some time off from YouTube, social media, obviously. It was nice just chilling with the family, being with the kids, and the kids had a really good Christmas, really good New Year's. It was really nice. I hope, it was easy. We just did dinner at home. We did lasagna Christmas Eve. Christmas we had ham. And then on New Year's we did a turkey. But we just chilled at home, didn't have to go travel anywhere, which was nice. It was really nice. Yes, hoping for answers. Exactly. They must have had angels. Yeah, that was really sad. I don't know. There is like a super, super long delay right now for some reason. It's so bad. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I was so glad to be back with you guys. I'm glad you guys all came. Thank you. Just remember to please hit that thumbs up. Please consider becoming a member of the family. And our first members only live of this month is going to be Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I will see you guys all for that. That'll be awesome. And then we will have another members only live to make up for December at the end of the month. I was going to do it on, I don't know, I'm not sure. The 24th is my birthday. So it'll probably be, I'm probably going to try to get it in either right before or right after that. So I'll keep you guys posted though. I'll let you guys know, but I think this is going to be a big year for our channel. I mean, we saw our channel grow a lot in 2022, and here's to hoping that it grows a lot more in 2023. And our family got a lot bigger with all of you guys. So thank you for that. We love and appreciate all of you. No, Pam, it did not say who has the babies now. It did not. All right. So I think I'm going to end this here. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Again, yes, all links for that are down in the description below. If you want to donate to the channel, the links are all down in the description below. Oh, and also sometime the beginning of next week, we're going to be doing another giveaway for the month of January. And I think that it's gonna be at the end of the month, we'll do the drawing. But you guys are gonna want to get in on that. So I will be releasing just a short about how to enter for that giveaway. All right, you guys, I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light, and let's help make 2023 a much better year than 2022 was. All right, you guys, I'll see you later.